Hello everybody, Ruby Morrow here, coach of your Glass City Gliscor, bringing you today's Week 6 PPL D2 battle against Travistey and the North Melbourne Kangaskhans. This week we look to improve our record at the halfway point to above 500 and then hopefully make a final push to the top 3. But first we have to deal with this battle here. As you can see, he's bringing Mega Sableye, Cobalion, Celebi, Togekiss, Darmanitan, and Kyurem. My team's above Mamoswine, Flygon, Mega Charizard X, Keldeo, Gramble, and Jolteon. If you want to check out the sets I'm bringing and why I'm bringing them, go ahead and see my team builder video. So let's get started. I decide that I want to lead with Flygon. I knew that Cobalion was there, and maybe he'd fear me being Scarf, so I led Flygon. I don't have U-turn this week, but he leads with his Sableye. I don't want to take the Will-O-Wisp, obviously. The obvious play is Will-O-Wisp, so I go into my Mega Charizard. He Mega Evolves because, you have to, and I can't really do anything to the Sableye, but he goes for Foul Play, and this does a whole heck of a lot. He predicted my switch to Charizard, and here, instead of switching out, I decide to Roost just to see if he has another answer to Charizard. I know I can live after roosting up, maybe lose a little bit more health, but I wanted to see if he would switch into anything else, or if this Sableye was, in fact, a physically defensive Sableye. Now, I can't take another one. I can't do damage. I can't lose Charizard so early. It does a lot to his team. So I go out into my Gramble right here, because, like the idiot I am, I thought, hey, maybe if I intimidate him, his attack will lower, and it won't do as much. Plus, it's resisted. But because I'm max attack and Choice Banded, this just does way more than I wanted it to. Luckily, I scare him out, and he goes out into his Celebi. Celebi takes the play rough relatively well, which means, and I don't see his leftovers, so I know something's going on with a Celebi. I go out into my Jolteon expecting the Stealth Rocks because, come on, Charizard. You can't let Charizard run wild, and I scare him out with my Jolteon, but he doesn't know my set. I don't think anybody would expect my set. I set up the agility first because the Tom Pass to Gramble would be great, but I realized that A, Kyurem is still faster if it's Scarfed, and B, Ice Beam will still kill the Gramble. So I go ahead and I paralyze the Kyurem, crippling it from really doing anything this match, especially if it's Scarfed. Now the light screen goes up, and as you can see, Ice Beam really doesn't do much to Jolteon, which is surprising because Jolteon is not a defensive Pokemon. It's offensive, it's fast, it hits hard, it gets out of their Volt Switch. But this week, again, no attacking moves. Here was the Baton Pass into my Gramble. I wanted Gramble to really hurt some things this week, and maybe it was a little too early, but after Rocks, after the Foul Play damage, after the Ice Beam that's going to be coming, Gramble lives in the red. I thought this should have done less. I think I called for a defensive Gramble. Now here comes his Cobalion on the switch. I thought he'd sack off his Kyurem, but he needs use for it. I got Flygon around, and this is over half. And I thought, hey, Gramble's going to get a kill. But no. He has a Scarf Cobalion, something that I really didn't expect. I didn't really think Scarf Cobalion could do much to me. But, he stops my Gramble from getting a fun kill. He goes out here into his Sableye. I go into my Flygon, wanting to get rid of the Rocks, because Rocks suck. I go for Defog, of course the Magic Bounce goes up, and my light screen goes off. That's not great. He predicts wrong, maybe thinking I go for damage, and goes for the recover. Right now I'm bluffing a Scarf on Flygon, and here comes the Foul Play, and look how little this does to the Keldeo. Doesn't do anything, but I do get a justified boost, which means my attack is up, which means from here on out, as long as Keldeo's in, these Foul Plays are going to do more. Now, I know he doesn't want to stay in on a potentially Specs Keldeo, and he'll switch out into who? Yes, his Togekiss. So I switch into my Mamoswine, making a very bold prediction. Again, right here, bold prediction. Instead of going for the Icicle Crash, I go for the Earthquake, expecting the Sableye. But nope, here comes his Kyurem, and Kyurem eats this like it's nothing. Had I gone for Icicle Crash, 2 Icicle Crashes would have killed this Kyurem. Potentially, I didn't really know his set at the time. Now at this point, I go into my Flygon because I know that A, I could either sack him off, or B, kill him off. I didn't think he'd want to stay in because Dragon Claw would kill. So I go for a Stone Edge expecting the switch into Togekiss, and turns out he had the berry that reduces dragon attack, so he wanted this matchup. And Flygon gets another kill. Flygon has been an unsung hero the past couple weeks, getting 3 kills, I think, in the past 3 weeks. After that kill, he brings in his Sableye. Again, Sableye is one of my big problems. Again, here comes my Keldeo. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp. This is a huge play. Will-O-Wisp does a number on Keldeo. Luckily, it cuts my attack, so his foul players won't be doing as much. But again, he's not going to stay in on my Keldeo. I switch into my Mamoswine, making the same prediction. And what do you know? He switches out. So I'm playing very well right now. I think I don't have the upper hand yet, but these switches, if I keep playing as well as I am now, are going to really be the go-getter. Again, I go for this time I don't make the prediction, and I go for the Icicle Crash. And after the 2 paralyses wasn't enough, I had to get the crit, and I felt bad. I knew that I knew a Earthquake wouldn't kill, but I mean, crit, Icicle Crash wasn't going to help much. He goes for Recover, and I'm just going to go for the EQ. I can play this game all day. I'm really hoping that he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, hoping to burn Mamoswine. But he's smarter than I am, and he plays the game too, and knows he's getting more health back than I can do damage. Right here, I go for another Earthquake. He brings in his Celebi. This makes me think that my hunch was correct. He's not going to bring Celebi in unless he has a Yachi Berry. So I'm getting out of there. The only thing he can really do is I don't know, maybe Grass Attack, and that's what he goes for, a Grass Attack. I eat that like it's nothing. He gets the crit, doesn't really matter. I roost up because I know that if I want to win, I need to start setting up, be at good health here. And at this point, I go for my Dragon Dance, and he switches out into that gosh darn Scarfed Cobalion. Bringing the Scarfed Cobalion now makes sense because it does outspeed the +1 Charizard. But unfortunately for him, he can't kill a +1 Charizard. Close Combat was his best move. Stone Edge would not have killed. I looked at the calcs, Stone Edge wouldn't have killed, plus he had the chance to miss, so he just wanted to do damage on me. I go for Earthquake, and right now, Charizard can sweep and kill everything on his team. He has one answer, and that answer is, of course, his full physically defensive Sableye. Now right here, Flare Blitz kills. Flare Blitz kills. Go for the Flare Blitz. No. I was afraid of a Sucker Punch. He's brought Sucker Punch in the past. Why wouldn't he bring it here? He goes for Recover, and now, for a fact, Flare Blitz cannot kill out of that range. Had Charizard gone for the Flare Blitz, I think I could have swept the team, picked up the win right there and then. Instead, I expect the foul play, and I don't really need Flygon too much. I just want to get rid of the rocks. Hopefully Charizard can have another chance to set up on the Celebi, and right there, that's a game changer. I had all the momentum in my favor, but I in the past I've played very, very risky. I played risky today with my Mamoswine and my Keldeo switches, and right about now I'm going very conservative. I didn't want to make the Mamoswine prediction here, so I just went for the Hydro Pump, and what do you know, I get the miss. Not a big deal. Was going to do about 25% after the recovery. It's also a good thing because it still leaves mystery to my Keldeo. He doesn't know my specs and my Scarf. Actually, I'm Assault Vest. I make the switch into my Mamoswine, and here it is. Here's his Cumber Patch. Again, there's something going on here, and here's my opportunity to maybe set up Charizard. I expected the switch right here into his Sableye, knowing that 2 Flare Blitzes will kill. So had I gone Flare Blitz here, he switches in, another Flare Blitz kills. I killed the Celebi. Here comes his Darmanitan. Darmanitan is a problem. It hits so hard, and because I'm not at +1, I can't outspeed it. My only real answer is my Keldeo at this point, so I go ahead, I switch on to Jolteon, and I let Jolteon die. Jolteon and its fun set had a good run, didn't do much the rest of the match, so I let it go down. Keldeo can take a hit at this point from this Darmanitan, especially because it's Scarf, and I go for the Hydro Pump. Here comes in his Togekiss. Looking at that damage, again, it really doesn't matter. He has Roost. It's not going to be a problem. Should I have switched into my Mamoswine like I have in the past? Probably. But again, I was a little angry at myself for not killing him with a Flare Blitz. My over predictions, under predictions, not predicting right, kind of are all crashing right here. So I have to salvage the game and do what I can. Like I said, the burn damage is really taking its toll on Keldeo. Keldeo can no longer take a hit from Darmanitan. I go into my Mamoswine while he has his Togekiss, goes for the Roost. Like I said, he completely walls Keldeo. I expect them to switch out, so I go for the Earthquake again. Like I said, 3 Earthquakes kill Mega Sableye. So I hope to, right here, I'm hoping for the Will-O-Wisp, I go for EQ, he goes for Recover. We're playing this game again. It's a game I can win. I know I can win this game. Eventually he's going to want to go for Will-O-Wisp. And right here, another Recover. Now I want him to Will-O-Wisp because I have the Lumberry. I expected this all week, all day. I'm wanting the matchup here. I go for Earthquake again. Will-O-Wisp, no. Foul play, and that right there, my chances of winning kind of go down. Mamoswine can't take a hit from Darmanitan anymore, and what do you know? Here comes our Darmanitan, and I needed something to sack here. Unfortunately, it was Charizard. Here comes the Earthquake, and we're back down 2-2. My Keldeo, my Mamoswine versus his Darmanitan and his Togekiss. Had I brought Scarf Keldeo, I would be in a great position, but unfortunately, I have Assault Vest. I wanted him to think that I'm Scarfed right here. I wanted him to think I'm Scarfed and switch out into the Togekiss. It was my only way of winning. I made the switch. It's the only thing I can do. I need to hope that he thinks I'm Scarfed and switch into his Togekiss. So I go out, make the switch into my Mamoswine, really hoping he thinks I'm Scarfed, but he doesn't. He's smarter than me. He just goes for the Earthquake, and that's the game. I thought I played very well. I think this is the best I've played all year, all season, but his team is better than mine. Had I had the opportunity to redraft my team with that 6th pick, without a doubt in my mind, Mega Sableye, come to the team. But we can't do that now, so we fall to 2 wins, 3 losses, which pains me, and a tie. Like I said in my team builder, looking at the schedule, looking at the standings, I am a long shot from top 3. Luckily, there's still 5 games left. I think I can win these next 5 games. I need to win these next 5 games. So next week we take on the Wacombie Wanderers and the Trojan Horsey. He is a top 3 team. We need to win this week and hope we can pull some magic up for the rest of the week. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Travistey, you're the man. And stay tuned for more PPL D2 action.